So inquiring minds want to know. The hand that runs the black knob, what precisely does that control? Guys ever heard of HAARP? H-A-A-R-P? There was a book written about it, featured on one of conspiracy theories by the former governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura. Yeah, the title of the book, Angels Don't Play This Harp. Someday we're going to have to visit what HAARP's all about. Then you too will understand how easy it is for them to control the weather. They've been doing it since 1946, people. They're bound to get good at it with that many years of practice. So HAARP stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Project, Ionospheric Microwave Heaters. We'll just leave it there for now. Okay, people, I practice what I preach. No doubt about it. I've strongly urged everyone I come in contact with, engaging in friendly conversation. Yep, even at the bottom feeder pit, which is often very difficult to have friendly conversations there. Telling any who will listen, this is the year, people, to plant as large a garden as you can handle. Well, I got after it yesterday morning, unloading 3/4 of my 1.5 tons of rich black dirt, one shovelful at a time. Man, there's something about shoveling. You know what I mean? I don't like shoveling snow. I don't like shoveling dirt. I don't like shoveling anything. There's got to be an easier way to do this stuff. It was a beautiful morning. Somewhat cool at first, but warming quickly. Mostly, believe it or not, sunny. You know where I'm going? You guys know where I'm going, people? Then the quote-unquote clouds rolled in, and it even rained. Not a lot, but enough to piss me right off. And it really made me stop and think. Unlike weeds that seem to grow in any condition, drought or floods, vegetable plants need long periods of sustained sunlight. Take tomatoes. 8 to 10 hours of direct sunlight, not shade, not quote-unquote cloud cover. In other words, my garden is a hell of a lot of work, and now I'm wondering, will they let the plants receive the sunshine the plants require? It's a gamble, but you know, it's worth it. What's our options? What's our alternatives? So finishing up the garden is high on the list of stuff to do and stuff to get done on Tuesday, the 24th of May, 2022. Well, I'm all about giving you guys multiple witnesses to any event or pet theory of mine, and these aren't really pet theories of mine. I'm just revealing them to you from the wall. Okay, from yesterday's podcast, this is John Moore, radio talk show host, talking about the man I introduced yesterday, J.R. Nyquist, and the D-Day Malibu. Just one more witness for you, people. This will be short. Pay attention.
It came up last Wednesday, if I may.
Go for it. It's all yours.
Okay.
All yours.
All right. Well, regular listeners to my show know Jeff Nyquist, J.R. Nyquist. He's been a regular guest now for years. I've known Jeff for about 18 years. He began a quest 36 years ago to understand the Communist International Conspiracy, and he's authored 6 books on it. He's sat across the interview table from about 8 or 10 high-level KGB defectors. He has private sources in both Communist China and Russia. And with that as a foundation of work from Doug, this past Wednesday on my show, Jeff Nyquist told us the following, that the People's Liberation Army Navy in China has loaded up more than 900 cargo ships with everything they need to invade the United States, and that they will invade between now and November. Now, I was on with Mike Adams the following day, this past Thursday, and I told Mike this, and Mike picked up the ball and ran with it. I'm not sure he had much sleep for the next 48 to 72 hours.
There you go, people. Just another witness for you. Okay. Now, 900 sea transit cargo container ships? That's more than 1 or 2, don't you think? You got to do it. Do it right now. Do a Google image search of cargo ship. 2 words. One ship carries a shitload of intermodal containers. Look at those pictures, people. Now take one ship times 900, and are they all headed to one port? You think they're all going to one port, say Long Beach, California? No. There are multiple thousands of miles of coastline access. The beach between San Diego, California and Seattle, Washington, are there not? Just get the cargo ships close enough to shore and the small boat units take over. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It makes me laugh, about Mike Adams not losing some sleep over the last 48 to 72 hours. I know Mike Adams. Several bottom beaters have told me, I don't listen to your bullshit videos unless I can't fall asleep. Well, fair enough, people. Sleep on this. Yeah, 900 cargo ships or more. See what happens between June and November. So, other news. We all know, because I've told you already, the WHO, World Health Organization, is meeting in Geneva, Switzerland. Yep, it was in Geneva. I was right. And guess who else is meeting all week? The World Economic Forum. It's meeting all week in Davos, Switzerland. What the F word is up with Switzerland? I thought they were a neutral country, and they're hosting all these globalists. Well, we might as well play a little bit of James Bond's biggest nemesis. I think you guys know who I'm talking about. See if you recognize this guy.
Let's also be clear. The future is not just happening. The future is built by us.
The future is not just happening, comrades. The future is built by us. I can hardly look at this.
The future is built by us. By a powerful community as you here in this room. We have the means to improve the states of the world. But two conditions are necessary. The first one is that we act all as stakeholders of larger communities, that we serve not our only self-interests, but we serve the community. That's what we call stakeholder responsibility.
Serve the community makes me think of the one Twilight Zone episode where the aliens came from outer space and they found the book to serve man. Well, they actually turned out, people, spoiler alert, that was a cookbook. That's how these guys are going to serve their communities.
And second, that we collaborate. And this is the reason why you find many opportunities here during the meeting to engage into very action and impact-oriented initiatives to make progress related to specific issues on the global agenda.
Collaborate, Herr Klaus Schwab? Or do you mean conspire? I'm thinking you mean conspire. Okay, Brian, High Impact Plex, always on top of it. Oh, very excellent watchman. We got to do a little shuffling around here, so be so patient with me, will you, people? Here we go.
Ask you please to
Okay,
delete.
hold on.
Welcome back to the Grease Monkey Videos channel. Klaus, Great Reset, Fourth Industrial Revolution, You'll Own Nothing and Be Happy, Demolish the Energy and Food Supply, and Eliminate the Useless Eaters, Schwab, and his merry band of globalist misfits are meeting in Davos this week, guarded by 5,000 heavily armed militarized troops as they plan to rule the rest of us without our consent. Meanwhile, our fearless leader, Tranquilizer Joe, threatened military action against, wait for it, China.
President Biden this morning unequivocal with his stunning response to a question whether he'd be willing to defend Taiwan militarily if China were to invade.
Yes.
Do you think that might piss China off? You think it might? Because China's always had their eye on the island of Formosa. Yeah, you know it as Taiwan. They claim it's part of mainland China.
You are.
That's the commitment we made.
Happy.
So there we go. Creepy Uncle Joe, Commander-in-Chief, is going to really piss off China. And one more. We got the right-hand man of Herr Klaus Schwab. You know who that's going to be, people? It's a little hard to understand. Murray's good buddy. Murray's good friend. You know the one. Yuval Harari. I've got to kill a little timer as I move this slide around.
United States with that kind of latitude.
Powerful entities in the world. After thousands of years, during which humans were the rulers of the world, authority and power will shift away from humans to computers, and most humans will become economically useless and politically powerless. Already today, we are beginning to see the creation of a new class of humans, the useless class.
The useless class. A new class of humans. The useless class. God, that sounds familiar. Useless class. Gee, is that like useless eaters? And is it only not good business to cull the herd of all the non-productive? Be they cattle, not egg-laying chickens, or chickens that used to lay eggs but don't do it anymore, and non-productive, economically useless, politically powerless, useless class. They tell you right to your face, people. Let's go a little further in this. Brian does such a good job. All credit goes to him.
Just as the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century created the new working class, the proletariat, so now the artificial intelligence revolution is beginning to create the useless class.
Artificial intelligence? No, people. Demonic intelligence. One of these days, you stiff-necks are going to start believing what I'm trying to tell you. I'm screaming from the wall out here.
If there's one session very precious for me, it is this one. Because I founded the Global Shapers community.
Did you hear that? He's calling them Global Shapers community.
Just over 10 years ago. And now we have 500 hubs around the world in 500 different cities with over 15,000 active Global Shapers.
Hey, I'd call that an infestation. What would you call it? 500 cities, 15,000 young global shapers. Pierre Trudeau, you one of them? Yeah, gee, or Justin Trudeau. I always get that guy screwed up. Well, there you have it, people. Nothing to see here. Sounds like a good night to fall asleep easily. So if you're having a hard time sleeping at night, play my podcast. Gee, I wonder what the scheduled weather is going to do today. What have they got planned for me? You know why I'm worried? Because I got outside stuff to do.